Welcome back again to another episode of my show. So, this is another Calm Belt video, and this Calm Belt video is going to be on Kingdom Hearts. Now, I just want to let you guys know up front that it is storming where I live, so if you hear a giant sound, it is literally the storm in the background, or you might be hearing the raindrops in the background. Um, Kingdom Hearts is a game that I used to constantly see in the store when I was around, I want to say 6 years old. I would constantly see Kingdom Hearts in the store. Probably around 2003 to 2004, I would always see the first two Kingdom Hearts games in the store. And I would always hear the music all the time. The commercial would always play that same music, simple and clean. And to me, I thought it was one of the most interesting, most coolest looking games I had ever seen because it just embodied what kids at the time loved. Because you see, as children, when we were around the ages of 5 and 6, all we used to constantly watch was Disney movies. One of my personal favorite ones, Disney including Pixar as well, but one of my personal favorite ones is Monsters Inc. and also Toy Story. I remember I used to have a Buzz Lightyear toy. I used to have the giant Buzz Lightyear toy. This is back when you used to get like toys that were supersized, like the toy was about half your height. At that time I was 6 years old, so maybe I was around 4'5" or something, and the toy was like literally like 2 feet tall. Like you held it in your hands and it was almost like the size of a newborn baby. And I'm gonna sidetrack here for a second. It's pretty funny because I remember having the Buzz Lightyear with the blue belt, the one from the second movie. And I remember I had a little cousin who was like 3 years old, and I was around, I want to say 6 or 7. And I remember he had beef with me because I would not let him have my Buzz Lightyear toy. But it was funny because he had his own, but his didn't have the clean ass blue belt on it. He had just the normal one, the original one. I had Toy Story 2 Buzz. He had Toy Story 1 Buzz. And bro literally was throwing a fit. I remember it was me, him, and his dad in his house. And he was just throwing a fit. And his dad gave him his toy. And he was just like, no, that's not the one I want. I want his. It was so much freaking drama. He was crying and whining. I still think about that to this day. And I still think about that toy. And I wonder to myself, where is that toy? Where could that toy possibly be now? I have no idea. Probably in a recycle bin somewhere or whatever. It probably don't even exist no more. It's probably in ashes. But I always wondered what happened to that toy. I feel like we all kind of feel that way. I feel that way about a lot of the Spider-Man action figures I had as a child as well. But back to Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts embodied what a kid would love. It was almost the perfect video game at the time. And again, it's because of how big Disney was. I mean, literally the mall where I used to live had a giant Disney store. It's crazy because the mall doesn't have that store anymore. I remember going there back when I was around like 20, and they didn't have that giant Disney store anymore. It was like a little small Disney store. But before, you could go there in the early 2000s, around 2003, 2004, and that store would be packed with kids and parents like everywhere. I remember the day where I got my Buzz Lightyear toy with the blue belt. I remember me and my mom being in the store and getting it. I don't even think she remembers that. She don't even remember that toy. But this game literally embodied childhood because for one, we feel like we're Zora. Zora is a child who literally gets to explore every Disney world that we got to watch on the big screen. And that is what makes me like this so much, because even just the idea of Kingdom Hearts is amazing. A little boy who travels to different Disney worlds and saves them with a magical key sword. Just that in itself is literally the coolest thing ever. And it's crazy because it's literally like the character can literally see themselves in Zora, because Zora is such a sweet, kind little kid. You could just imagine yourself being Zora and traveling to these different worlds with Donald and Goofy and helping, stopping Maleficent and all the villains in the different worlds, and stopping all the Heartless. Just that in itself is really freaking cool. Just the idea of it in itself is cool. And even though I'm talking Kingdom Hearts up a lot right now, I did not play this game until recently. Recently, I played this game. I have the PS4 version. I did not play the PS2 version. I have the PS4 version, and I'm playing the final mix of Kingdom Hearts 1 right now. So far, I'm on the Aladdin world. But I did have a friend. Well, I don't even really classify him as a friend. The dude was an asshole. But I did know a guy when I was younger that I used to hang out and play Pokemon with all the time. I remember him having the game on the PlayStation 2. And I guess he beat the whole game because he was fighting Sephiroth in the game. He couldn't beat that part, but he was like that far in the game. I didn't even know that he even had the game. I just remember hanging out with him one time and him just randomly playing it. And then it's pretty interesting as well. And this was around when I was in 7th grade. He was in 8th grade. And it was even more interesting because I remember there was a girl that he used to hang out with that I was kind of an associate with, or we were kind of not friends, but we were like not colleagues. Y'all know what word I'm looking for. Acquaintances. Because we kind of knew each other just based on the fact that we both hung out with him. The girl was so gorgeous. Like, she was pretty as hell. And she was dating like this white guy with acne. I used to live in a white neighborhood in middle school, and women were obsessed with average looking white boys. Like, it's crazy because when I see the white boys now complaining all the time about not getting women, I always think to myself, like, how? You're white. Like, you naturally, even if you're like a 4 in looks, all you have to do is literally dress up like a rock star and women will love you. I always tell that to white guys who struggle with women. I'm like, bro, all you would have to literally do is dress up like a rock star, pay like $300, dress nice, play guitar. Women will think you're sexy as hell. Like, you're literally creating problems, bro, when there's no problems there. Shout out to white guys. But yeah, she was just this gorgeous tan skin. I want to say she was maybe mixed. She was probably Mexican and black. She was cool as hell. I remember walking her home one time. It was pretty chill, pretty laid back. I'm an easy guy to please, and I love small stuff like that because I love being treated like a human being. And I always remember little things like that. It's always the little things. And I remember like me and her, we were like talking and we were just walking. And this was after school. She was in 8th grade too. I was in 7th grade. And I remember we just kind of talking about random stuff like, how's life going? How you feeling? Whatever. And I liked the fact that back then, before all of this weird TikTok shit happened, like, girls and boys would actually talk to each other and have conversations. And I can't remember exactly what we talked about, but it was really, really simple. It was probably just like, how's your day going? Whatever. And we were just walking, and how the school was set up was you get out of school, you walk to the right, there's like a park at the edge of the school, and then there's a crosswalk, and then you walk straight. And then when you walk straight, there's the elementary school on the right-hand side. And then there was like, if you kept staying on the left, there was basically like this little opening where a neighborhood was. And she lived in that neighborhood. So we kind of would literally only walk for maybe 4 or 5 minutes. And then she would just go that way. I didn't walk her all the way home, but I just kind of, walked her to her little street, and she's like, well, see you later. I'm like, well, see you later. I always like little cute stuff like that. But I remember seeing her at GameStop. I remember, I think this was when Pokemon Heart Gold came out. I think this was around that time because I'm obsessed with Pokemon. and I had the Japanese Heart Gold. And I remember she came in the store and she was buying the Kingdom Hearts game that was on the, I want to say it was on the DS or the 3D. I think it was on the DS. Whichever one was up. I think it was Birth by Sleep or whatever the game's called. I have like the remaster on PlayStation 4, but again, I haven't played all the games yet. I'm still in the first game because I have Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, 3, and then a couple of the other ones. I got like this combo pack. It was only like $14 and it has like 6 games on it, but I haven't played all of them yet. Kingdom Hearts games are really long, but I've seen a lot of videos on Kingdom Hearts 2, and that looks like that's probably the best one to play, to be honest, because I'm seeing some of the fights and some of the little video game scenes, and I'm like, some of the scenes in the middle of the games look so cool, and just the fighting mechanics look so cool. Even though I've heard people like clown the third game looks really pretty. And I'm going to end up eventually playing that one because the third game looks so beautiful. It actually looks like the movies. Like Tangled literally looks like Tangled. Toy Story actually looks like Toy Story. The Frozen world looks exactly like Frozen. I'm like, bro, the game looks gorgeous. But anyway, I'm on the Aladdin world right now, like I said before. But I remember she was in the store and she was buying whichever one was on the DS. And I was just like excited to see her because I'm one of those type of people. I get so excited when I see people like outside of school or work when I was young. Like now when I get like outside of work, I just be like, oh, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you're a kid and you see someone outside of school, it's like you're hella hyped for some reason. So I was hella hyped to see her, and she kind of was just kind of in an awkward mood. She was just like, oh, hey, how you doing? And I felt like she was acting like that because she thought I would like make fun of her for liking Kingdom Hearts. I kind of felt like that's why she was acting like that. Even though I'm like, nigga, I play Pokemon. I'm not going to clown you for liking Kingdom Hearts. Like, why would I randomly clown you for liking a kid's game when you're 14? But yeah, she just was acting kind of weird that day. Or maybe her boyfriend drove her up there or something, and she just was kind of awkward because I'm a guy or what. I don't know. But you could tell her aura and her energy was just kind of off. But I was just hella excited to see her at the store because I had never seen her like outside of school, like far away from the school. So that was kind of cool, even though that was like the only time I ever seen her outside of school was like that one time. But yeah, those are like 2 of the times where I seen Kingdom Hearts when I was a kid. And again, like I said, I would always hear like the song when the commercials on TV. If I remember correctly, Disney used to play the ad for Kingdom Hearts like all the time. You walk away, you don't hear me say. And back in the day, if I remember correctly, you used to be able to play the game like at Target, I think too. I think they had it like on display. I remember playing like a Naruto game at Target when I was a kid. And I remember playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 at Walmart. And they actually had it on a flat screen. Like it was weird. Like I missed the early 2000s because they would straight up just put a flat screen in the middle of the freaking store, and they would put 2 controllers, and you could actually like battle a random different kid. Like you and another kid could sit there and battle each other and fight for like 3 hours if y'all want to. I'm kind of bummed out that we can't do stuff like that no more. Stuff like that was really cool. But my thoughts on playing Kingdom Hearts now, I really do enjoy the story. I do kind of wish I would have played it as a kid just so I can kind of know what's going on more now while I'm playing it. I will say the game is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, but I also feel like I'd be overthinking the game a little too much. And I'm kind of a little too used to like Sonic games and more simple games because it's still a JRPG game. It's still a role-playing game, an open world. And I think I keep expecting for it to be like levels and for it to be too simple. And I think that's kind of my issue with it. It's not like the game has issues in itself. It's more of like the game for me sometimes is like overly straightforward. So it's like, for example, in the Tarzan world, it's like you have to talk to Jane like 3 different times in a row, like stuff like that. And it's like if you miss a save space, then it's all bad. Because when I was going through the Tarzan world, I didn't save on the first save spot. And that like messed up the whole damn game for me. And I had to literally, luckily, I always save an extra file. So I saved an extra file right after I beat the Alice in Wonderland place. Basically, like right before I beat the Heartless. I wish I would have saved like after I beat the Heartless, because I had to battle the damn giant Heartless that has like the throwing, the flaming things or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Like, not flaming pans, whatever he's throwing. I think it is flaming pans or something. But you have to fight that one Heartless, and you're like super small, and it's like the final boss of the Alice in Wonderland world. That world also kind of confused me, because it was like find Alice, but it's like we never actually find Alice. It's almost like they kind of just threw this game together in a way. Like you can tell the game is finished and it looks finished, but it's like there's certain parts of the game where I'm like, it's so like, I don't know, it's like kind of direct but like indirect, because it's like we're looking for Alice but we never actually find her, you know, in that level. In that world. I'm saying level, but I mean in the world. I will also say the Kingdom Hearts games are huge. Like it's kind of One Piece level huge to a certain degree. I mean, you go into a lot of different worlds. But again, like I said, I'm not really used to world play. I'm not used to JRPGs yet. You know, open world games, because I don't really play that many. I played One Piece World Seeker, but it was kind of low-key trash. I kind of liked it at first, and then I got irritated because it was like impossible to beat. Like I had it on like hard mode, and I couldn't beat like these 5 robots. There was like one part of the game where you have to fight like 5 robots at a time, and I kept losing. I'm like, how do you beat this? And then I put it on easy, and it was still hard to beat. I was like, all right, bro. I was like, I'm done with this game. But yeah, it's a role-playing game, so you know, you running around in different worlds and whatnot. I will say this too: the bosses in Kingdom Hearts are extremely hard to beat for some reason. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like they're genuinely hard to beat. Like beating Siberius, the giant 3-headed dog, was like really hard to beat. I think I played it like 40 times, and I thought to myself, people were playing this when they were 8 years old. How were y'all beating this when y'all was little kids? I'm like, this game is genuinely hard. It's not an easy game to play. Even as a grown man who's almost 30 years old, I'm kind of struggling with this game. I think one thing that's pretty cool too is I work with a guy at my job, and he also plays Kingdom Hearts, and he's played through the game like 10 times, so he knows exactly where to go. But he has a PlayStation 2 still, and he plays the old school Kingdom Hearts still. So yeah, this is I believe episode 3 of the Calm Belt. And I'm going to do another one. I already kind of have a topic that I want to discuss. It's going to be on a old friend I had as a kid. But I hope you guys enjoyed this Calm Belt. I hope you get some type of relaxation. I hope that this calmed you down enough to where you can close your eyes and go to sleep and have wonderful, beautiful dreams. And like I always say, I love you and take care. And I will also say this: you can follow my Instagram, Low Key Sule. It has a picture of me. I'm a black guy. You know, I'm in my garage, and I took a little picture of me with, you know, some gray pants on and a little wife beater on. So if you're like, oh, where is he at? That's me. I only have one picture up. I always say this: my DMs are free. I mean, you're free to message me. I'm always open to deep conversations. I love talking about dreams and daydreams. I love to talk about conspiracy theories. I love to talk about short stories, novels, movies, TV shows, anime. All I ask is that no minors allowed. Do not be someone who's trying to do a pyramid scheme. I don't respond to that. I don't respond to fake accounts, and I can tell when you're a fake account. I can tell when you're pretending to be a woman and you're actually a man. But there's no judgment. It's free of judgment. It's a safe place. I don't care if you're a femboy, you're gay, straight, bisexual, whatever. I really genuinely do not care. You can still hit me up. All I ask is that you keep it respectful, and I'll respect you as much as you respect me. And you can ask me literally anything. Just don't ask me anything creepy or weird. And I will say, I mean, you can ask me freaky stuff. I don't really care, but just don't say anything creepy or weird, and don't send me any weird videos. I remember as a kid, I had a friend and he literally messaged me a video, and it was a guy taking a shit, and it like really irritated me because I was like, bro, you're literally 20 years old sending me a video of a guy shitting. Why did you send me that? Why did you think that was funny? Like stuff like that, I don't really understand that type of humor. That's like a 6-year-old's humor. It was like the weirdest, cringiest thing. And it was just gross. So don't send me anything weird like that. Again, I'll say it one more time. No minors, nobody under the age of 18. I really would prefer if you're like 21 and you talk to me. Even just on a platonic level, but 18 up is cool. I'll have a deep conversation with you. I don't mind. Again, nothing weird. You can talk to me about anything. I don't care. Just no tarot card readings, no soliciting, no pyramid scheme stuff. Don't be telling me, oh, I'm gonna show you how to make some extra money. Yeah, I'm not gonna respond to that. I'm just gonna block you. Don't say anything weird or creepy. Yeah, so that's it. Oh, and keep it respectful, of course. Don't say anything negative or rude. Don't be trying to like come on there bullying me. If you're a dude who comes on there bullying me, I'm just also gonna block you because I don't know what it is about you guys saying negative stuff and trying to troll. It's just lame and just immature as hell. So please don't do that. But I love you guys. Take care. Peace and blessings. I will always respond. I will respond to your comments in the comments section. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram. Follow me on my TikTok. It has a picture of Netero from Hunter x Hunter. And like, comment, subscribe on my YouTube. And love you and take care. And I will say this. I respond to pretty women just a little bit quicker than the guys. Anyway, you have a good one.